Hello, everyone at Piggy News. Pinky is back with another episode of news that turns tough stories into easy chats, like sitting together in the fields. Today, Pinky brings you a disaster story that breaks hearts. Spidey, are you ready to listen?
Ready, Pinky. What's the news? It sounds pretty shocking.
Today, we're talking about a severe earthquake that hit Afghanistan. It struck suddenly and caused massive damage. Spidey, have you ever experienced something like this in daily life? It's like when Pinky was playing in the fields and the ground shook because a tractor passed by. But this news is way more serious.
Wow, Pinky. Natural disasters like that are really scary. Spidey has read some news blogs. How did it happen?
Yes, it occurred on September 1st with a magnitude of 6.0, heavily impacting the eastern part of the country, especially Kunar and Nangarhar provinces near the Pakistan border. Many people lost their homes and lives.
Wow, that's terrifying. How many casualties, Pinky? Spidey thinks it must have affected a lot of people.
Initial reports say over 800 people died, with more than 2,500 injured.
Oh, such high numbers. But Spidey would like to point out that some sources say it could be up to 1,400 deaths. Does it depend on updated data?
You're right, Spidey. The numbers might still change because the area is remote and hard to reach. But one thing's clear. This is a major disaster, especially after Afghanistan has been through years of war and instability. It's like the corn seeds Pinky saved. If you don't plant them well, they won't grow. This news shows how fragile the country is.
Pinky's comparisons are cute. But let's get serious. What caused this earthquake? Spidey's been weaving some info, and it's about tectonic plates, right?
Exactly. It was triggered by a fault line in the Himalayan region where Afghanistan is located, making earthquakes frequent. Back in 2022, there was a big one that killed over 1,000 people. It's like politics getting all tangled up. You need a good plan or the whole system collapses.
Pinky. The 2022 one was magnitude 6.1, not 6.0 like this time, but the impact was similar. Can history help us learn something?
Definitely. Afghanistan's earthquake history goes back far, like in 1998, when one killed over 4,000 people. It's linked to environmental factors, like climate change making the soil more fragile.
Interesting. What about the social side, Pinky? How are people there living after a disaster like this?
Most people were already poor and lacked infrastructure. After the earthquake, homes collapsed, roads were cut off, delaying aid. It's like when Pinky got stuck in mud in the fields, and if Spidey didn't help with spiderwebs, I couldn't get out.
Haha, Pinky still remembers that. But Spidey disagrees a bit. It's not just a natural disaster. The past war weakened the healthcare system. Over 23 million people already need humanitarian aid, according to UN stats.
True. According to CARE, over 1,400 people died, and it hit children and women the hardest because they were in weak homes.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. What about the economy? Afghanistan's economy was struggling under Taliban rule. How does this affect it?
The economy relies on agriculture and mining. The earthquake destroyed farmland and roads, worsening the already low GDP, about $500 per person per year, with losses possibly reaching millions of dollars per the World Bank.
But Spidey read that Afghanistan's GDP in 2024 was $14 billion, Pinky. Not that low. Still, it's a heavy blow, like an anthill getting crushed.
Good comparison, Spidey. On a personal level, families lost loved ones in homes needing to evacuate. Nationally, the Taliban government lacks funds for aid, so they depend on international organizations.
What about globally, Pinky? How does it connect to the world?
It ties into global politics because Afghanistan is a strategic hub. This disaster has prompted nations like the US, China, and Pakistan to offer aid, but the Taliban rejected some, fearing interference. It's like a web getting tangled up.
Spidey disagrees again, Pinky. Pakistan was also affected due to the border. There were injuries there too, according to Reuters.
Yes, the cross-border impact created a refugee crisis. UNHCR says there are already 6 million Afghan refugees worldwide.
That's worth thinking about. What about the future, Pinky? What needs to be done for recovery?
In the future, without preparation, like earthquake-resistant buildings, it could happen again. Like in 2022, which killed 1,000 people, USGS predicts more aftershocks this month.
Wow, after the quake, there could be disease outbreaks too, Pinky, because of unclean water and crowding. Spidey thinks aid needs to hurry.
Right. Organizations like Red Cross and UN are sending help, but if a bigger quake hits, it could kill tens of thousands.
Scary. What about adapting? What should locals do?
Locals should have emergency plans, like hiding under tables during shakes, and the government should invest in warning systems. WHO recommends practicing earthquake drills several times a year.
I agree, but disagree a bit. The Taliban might not prioritize women and children, so aid might not reach everyone.
True. Experts from seismologists say this area is high risk due to the Himalayan fault line.
Any extra case studies, Pinky? Like the 2023 Turkey earthquake?
Very similar. In 2023, Turkey and Syria saw over 50,000 deaths due to substandard buildings, like Afghanistan, which lacks funds for rebuilding. Experts in Nature Journal say war slows recovery.
Wow, packed with info. Spidey likes how it connects to culture, like how resilient Afghans are, but need global help.
Yes, the human side is stories of survivors, like kids losing parents, making us think about how to help.
All right, Pinky, let's summarize. What does this news teach us?
In short, 1. Magnitude 6.0 earthquake on September 1st. 2. 800 to 1,400 deaths. 3. 2,500 injured. 4. Hit eastern Afghanistan. 5. Caused by Himalayan fault line. 6. History repeats, e.g. 2022 killed 1,000. 7. Personal impact, lost homes. 8. Economy, millions in losses. 9. Society, humanitarian crisis. 10. Politics, Taliban lacks funds. 11. Future, needs disaster prep. 12. Suggestion, support aid groups.
SWOT, strength, strong community. Weakness, weak infrastructure. Opportunity, global aid. Threat, aftershocks.
Makes you think, if it happened in Thailand, are we ready? Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thanks for following Piggy News.